Oh, okay. Good morning, USA. Wow. And then good evening, Philippines, and good afternoon, Middle East and Europe. Okay. So yes, how are you all? And welcome to our live discussion with Mama D of Elite 9.0. First, I would like to say hi to our 35 Zoom participants, and for those who are watching on Facebook, if you want to be added on our GCs, just like our page and send us direct message para yung benefits as IFNG members is makuha ninyo. So, and then yung practice na 24/7 na speaking. Okay, and yes, congratulations sa lahat ng mga pumasa. So basahin sa Facebook page para ma-inspired kayo. And I would like to say hi to my co-admins first, Marvin, Gladys na busy maghanap ng jowa, Afam. And then Michelle, busy sa family niya. Same din si Marvin. And si Ethel na new, I don't know if Ethel is here. Ethel, kung nandito ka, magparamdam ka, paggalawin mo ang baso. Ayun. And then, the last but not least, nasa si Manuel. Nag-left the group, left the meeting. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, yes. Let's welcome back Mama D. Hi, Mama D.
Hi, Sir Jeff. Thank you for that.
Yes, ang buhay after election na si Manny ay hindi po pinalad.
Ang buhay after election.
No politics dito. Okay.
Ang buhay after election, nag-aaway-away pa rin sila. Mga anak, huwag na kayong makipag-away. Kumalma lang kayo, okay? Alright, so mag-focus tayo sa Ielts today. Alright? Okay, guys. So yes, thank you so much, Sir Jeff, for that introduction. Okay, so this evening, guys, we are going to be discussing about your writing still. Okay, so this entire month, guys, of May, we will be focusing here at Elite Intellect with teaching you guys when it comes to the techniques of the writing examination. Okay, and guys, one thing to remember before we go to our discussion is that the writing is not, let's say, a walk in the park. No, who among you guys here, those of you who are watching, okay, would agree with me and say that the writing is not easy. Okay, bakit? Okay, who among you here would agree with me that the writing is not easy? Okay. All right. And okay, if you agree with me that the writing is not easy, why do you think the writing is not easy? Come on, let's do this. Okay, I want to pick your brains. Okay, as regards the writing examination of the IELTS. Okay, so let me just say hello to our participants at Zoom and of course our participants on Facebook. Hello, Mark Cabrera, my love. Okay, so guys, pakisagot nga po muna ang tanong, bakit mahirap ang writing ng IELTS? Okay, why? Why do you think it is something that is quite difficult? Okay, all right, so first reason is I'm going to be giving you one. Okay, it is technical. Okay, very much technical. Okay, to the point that you would need to, hello Fatima Radia, hello anak. Okay, it's technical to the point that you would need to master different formats, okay, and templates, okay, that you would need to memorize, okay, for you to get that target score. Okay, that's the first reason why it's difficult. The second reason why it's difficult, guys, is that there's no way for you to know, okay, there's no way for us to know what would be the format on your exam. Okay, just a brief warning for the students, don't choose formats, okay, because some students, what they do is that, oh, I love do you agree or disagree, ito lang yung pag-aaralan ko, ay ayoko lang to what extent do you agree or disagree, ay ayoko lang do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. And it so happens that when they go to the examination, yun yung lumalabas, no? It's very much unpredictable, right? Okay? Hindi natin alam kung ano yung lalabas sa exam. Okay? So, this evening, I will be teaching you about a format that most likely 60% of the time, okay? 60%, this is my approximation, no? Based on my observation as an IELTS expert, guys, 60% of the time, ito ang lumalabas sa exam ng academic test takers, okay? Or even the general training test takers, sometimes, let's say, 40% of the time, ito ang lumalabas. This is one of the most popular item types, okay, when it comes to the writing task of the IELTS, that sometimes the students tend not to prepare enough about it, okay? All right, so let me just share my screen as regards my PowerPoint presentation for tonight. Okay, before we start, guys, All right, so if it's your first time to join us here at our live at IFNG, I am jubilant to meet you. My name is Clint Joseph Tyler, the founder and master lecturer of Elite Intellect IELTS OET and Flex and NMC CBT Specialist PH. I am an IELTS expert for the past 12 years, also known as your Mama Dragon, Mother Dragon, Mama D, Mother D, Mommy D, lahat ng uri ng D, Big D, Small D, any type of D, Babi D, Babi D. Okay? Half Filipino, half manananggal ng lakas. ng lakas ng mga estudyante, di ba? Lalo na sa coaching, di ba? Especially for my students, yan. Yan ang number one na feedback nila sa akin lagi. Mama, di alam mo ba, sa lecture hindi ako napapagod, pero pag nagko-coaching na ako sa'yo, pagod na pagod ako. Yes, ako po ay manananggal ng lakas at ng kaba sa exam. Okay, hello JC Maristella, my love on Facebook. Okay, so guys, yeah. Before we start our discussion, work for the Lord, okay? This is one thing. I abide by this one, okay? Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men. Knowing that from the Lord, you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ. Okay, did you know, guys, some students tend to ask me, Sir Joseph, why are you always happy? Why are you always laughing in front of the students? Why are you always energetic? Because you know what? I imagine that I am not teaching the students. Believe me, every time that I go on live, I imagine that I'm not teaching the students, but I imagine that the Lord is watching me and I would need to do my best, okay, because I am working for Him. Okay, this is from the book of Colossians, okay, chapter 3, verse 23 to 24. Okay, so this one is actually an amazing, what do you call this? Verse, okay, that you can be inspired with, okay? All right, guys, so let us make writing effortless for you, okay? IELTS writing task 2, do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, okay? So we are going to be using the Elite Notes format again today, okay? So for those of you guys who would want to get a copy of this one, okay, the only thing that you have to do is to like IFNG or IELTS Filipino Nurses Group, okay? And then after our discussion later on, okay, pag natapos yung discussion po natin dito sa IFNG, message the admins for you to be added onto their group chats, no? And then they will be sending you guys the PDF version of this one, okay? So you can actually learn, okay, the format that we're going to be discussing about today, okay? So let's start with, do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Okay, mga anak ha, if it's your first time to see me discuss here, I do not like using PowerPoints when it comes to writing, okay? Because gusto ko yung interactive, yung tayo mismo ang gagawa ng writing natin together, okay? So let me just say hello to all the people on Facebook. There we go. Joyce Cruz, hello, maulang gabi anak. Girly Guillermo, hello, girly anak. Okay, so guys, for those of you on Facebook, please tag your friends, okay? You may share this video of IFNG so that we can also help the people who are preparing for their IELTS exam, okay? Alrighty, so outweigh. O, di ba? Mali-mali pa agad yung spelling ko. Okay, so guys, there is one particular question for this item type, okay? Alright, so ano ang particular question dito? Okay? The question to answer here, guys, is, are there more advantages as compared to the disadvantage? Again, are there more advantages as compared to the disadvantage, okay? So if you were asked the advantage outweigh question, guys, you have to ask yourself, are there more advantages to this question or are there more disadvantages? Because that is our main task right there. Our main task, guys, when it comes to do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages is for us to show on our essay if we think that there are more advantages or disadvantages to it, okay? So that is our main task right there, okay? Hello, Rain. There you go. Serenity, hello, good evening. Ate Mutya, hello, good evening. Oh, Leo is watching. Pubiculin Corpus is watching. Hello. From the Corpus family, original Corpus family of 2020. Okay, so guys, when you say do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, what I would want you to remember is that you have to show if there are more advantages to this or disadvantages, all right? So let's start, okay? Sir, is this format, would this format require me to come up with a stand? Yes, okay? Meron kayong stand na pagpipilian dito. When we say choose a stand, basically, you have to pick a side. Okay, so there are two sides to choose from when it comes to the advantage outweigh essay types. Okay, so what's the first one? Okay, the first one, guys, is okay, there are more advantages. Okay, let's say there are more advantages to the topic itself. Okay, so sir, what if there are more advantages? How am I to be writing it down on my work? Okay, so basically the only thing that you have to write down is I concur or I surmise that the merits or the meritorious aspects outranked the inimical side. Okay? Ibig sabihin po, mas maraming advantage kumpara sa disadvantage, right? I surmise that the meritorious aspects outrank the inimical side. Okay, so sir, if I believe that there are more advantages to the question itself, how can I place it at the bodies of my work? Okay, so let's pretend that we're already at the body of your work. Okay, so first things first is, let's say that this is the body 1 of your work. And then this is the body 2 of your work. And then this is the third body of your work. Okay, for you guys to show the advantages that outrank the disadvantages, kailangan po ganito ang pag-placement natin sa body ng work natin. Okay? So for body 1, guys, you're going to state the disadvantage of the topic. Okay? And then for body 2, advantage of the topic. The first advantage of the topic. Okay? Of the topic. And then for body 3, guys, is the second advantage of the topic. Okay, so kung titignan natin yung placement ng arguments natin sa body, guys, okay, would you say na mas obvious na mas maraming advantage kumpara sa disadvantage? Yes or no? Would you say that if you're going to be looking at the way that we have placed the arguments at the body of our work, like this one, would you say that there are more advantages to this one as compared to the disadvantage? Yes or no? Is it apparent, guys? Come on. Type in your answers right there. Is it apparent that there are more advantages as compared to the disadvantage on this one? Yes, di ba? There are more advantages to it. Okay, body 2 and 3 are both advantages. Thank you so much, Marilyn, my love. Okay, all right. Now, sir, what if I believe that there are more disadvantages? Okay, sir, paano naman po kung ang paniniwala ko naman ay, thank you so much, Jess. There you go. Mary Ann Rojo, thank you so much, my love. Okay. So, sir, what if I believe that there are more disadvantages naman? How am I going to be placing it at the body of my work? Okay, so what if you believe that there are more disadvantages? Okay, so first is your stand should look like this. Okay, so you could say, all right, so for the stand, guys, you could actually say, I concur that the leverage did not outshadow the drawbacks. Okay? Ibig sabihin po, mas marami ang disadvantage as compared to the advantage. Okay? Sir, pwede po bang body 1 and body 2 advantage, tapos body 3 disadvantage? Pwede naman, anak. Kaya lang, as I always tell my students, it's easier to transition later on sa body 2. Okay, kaysa sa body 3 ka palang magta-transition, no? I mean, it's easier for you to transition towards the other side starting at the second body kaysa yung body 1, body 2, you're on the advantage and then suddenly you're going to be transitioning on the third body. So that would be a little bit more confusing, no? Pwede naman. But then again, if you cannot transition smoothly, then that would be deleterious for your health on the exam, okay? All right. So, I concur that the leverage did not outshadow. You're welcome, Johnard, my love. Okay, I concur that the leverage did not outshadow the drawbacks. Okay, ibig sabihin, mas maraming disadvantage po ito. So how are we going to be placing it at the bodies of our work? So for body 1, guys, ganito lang din, okay? Body 1 is the advantage of the topic. Okay, and then for bodies 2 and 3, okay, body 2 and body 3, guys, this will be the disadvantages of the topic. Okay, this is disadvantage 1 and disadvantage 2. Okay, so Halimbawa guys, okay, maglaro muna tayo before we write the actual essay para mas maintindihan natin yung placement of arguments, okay? So, let's practice first before we write an actual essay, okay? So guys, let's say that this is the question, okay? Let's say that this is the general topic, okay? The general topic is, okay? The general topic is people working long hours and spending less time with their families. Okay, so let's pretend that we believe that there are more disadvantages to this, okay? Kunwari, naniniwala tayo. Kunwari lang guys, laro-laro muna, okay? Bago tayo magsulat ng essay. Let's pretend that we believe that there are more disadvantages to this if people, okay, work long hours and spend less time with their families, okay? So, kunwari po, mas maraming disadvantages to. So, I want you to come up with arguments. Okay, body 1 is what is the advantage of people working long hours? Okay, and then for body 2, I want you to give me disadvantage 1 and body 3, disadvantage 2. Okay, ano ang disadvantage when people, okay, work long hours and spend less time with their families, okay? Now, I'm going to be calling on Ate Genji, okay? Ate Genji will be, what do you call this, reading your arguments right there before we type it here, okay? So guys, please type in your answers right there so that Ate Genji can read them for you, and then we're going to be typing it here later on, okay? Ate Genji?
Hi, sir. Yes. So
Okay.
I'll be looking at the chat box. Okay, I think they're still writing. Okay, so I'll be waiting for your answer for the disadvantage and the advantages. Okay. Okay, so you need to type in your advantage and disadvantage 1 and disadvantage 2. Okay, so if you have it there with you. Okay, so we're just waiting. Guys, do participate because this is going to help us also with our, because this disadvantage, or do the advantage outweigh the disadvantage, is one of the onerous writing tasks. And it's one thing that I really do not like. So try to participate. Okay, so we have here from Charlene from UAE. Okay, Charlene, let me just read your... Okay, the advantage would be financial stability of the family. Okay, and how about the disadvantage, Charlene? How about for our 160 FB viewers right now? Okay, Mary Ann, advantage would be financial stable. Okay, and for the disadvantage would be family or neglected. Okay, sir, and also from Chloe, advantage would be professional growth, and thank you for your contribution, guys. Okay, from Serenity, from FB Live, the advantage would be having a lot of money, increase of overtime. It means more money, yes. And then the disadvantage, number 1, would be family members, especially no connection with each other. Okay. Dami, ah. Thank you for participating. JC Maristella, the advantage would be to get a high salary or high remuneration. Yes. Ba, dami yung ideas. Ah. Okay, so for John Nard, we have here, prepare more time to finish their work. And for CJ, hi CJ, the disadvantage would be less family time. Oh yes, okay. And Jabel, advantage would be more take-home money, yes, no? And disadvantage 1 would be less bonding with family members, and disadvantage 2 is health compromise, yes. Ayan, sir, ang dami nilang sinagot, no?
Dami nilang arguments, very good. Good job, guys. No?
Okay,
Grabe,
thank you
so much. Thank you so much, Ate Genji. Yeah, that's actually very good. I like it when the students are working together, okay? When we are putting our ideas together towards achieving the strongest essay, okay? So the advantage is, most commonly, let me put your ideas together. The advantage that we came up with is that people could actually have increase when it comes to their remuneration or monetary income, okay? So there will be increase with the remuneration of the workers, no? When they spend more time, right? More time at work, more money, right? Okay, now, the disadvantage, or the first disadvantage that we can actually see is that some people said that there's less communication with family members. Okay, less family time being together. Okay, so sometimes families are taken for granted, right? Taken for granted. Diba? Like, for example, it's the birthday or graduation of the child, and then the parents cannot attend because of their work, right? Okay, and then another, hello, Victoria Ramones, my love. Another disadvantage that I can see about this one, okay, that you guys said is, okay, stress and family relationship, more prone to burn out. Okay, all right, that's true. Okay, and health compromise. There you go. That's a good argument right here. Right there. Let's put that together. Okay, people will be burnt out. Okay, and it will have deleterious outcomes for their health. Okay. All right, there you go, guys. Good job, my children. Okay, so look at that, right? When you are on the advantage outweigh essay type, okay, what I would want you to do is to put together two disadvantages. If you believe that there are more disadvantages and one advantage, and if you believe that there are more advantages to this, then you're going to put together two advantages and of course one disadvantage to ensure that you are showing that the advantages outweigh the disadvantage or the disadvantage outweighed the advantage. Now, it's time for us to write, okay? Intro pa lang po yun. Intro pa lang po yun. Ang susunod na programa ay rated SPG, striktong patnubay at gabay ng magulang ang kailangan para sa mga baklang katulad kong nanonood. At ang susunod na istasyon ay Betty Go Belmonte. Paparating na sa Betty Go Belmonte. Hi, Ma'am Jerlyn. Ma'am Jerlyn from Urdaneta Branch. Hello. Intro pa lang yun, sir. Nakakaloka ka. Yes, intro pa lang po yun. Okay, so now, let's take a look at an actual question. Okay, let's now take a look at an actual question on the exam. Okay, all right, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Naman, Sir Joseph, technology. Talaga, di ba? Alam mo yung technology na yan, masanay na kayo sa pagmumuka ng technology na yan, mga anak, dahil madalas lumabas ang technology sa exam. Okay, so the use of technology is highly patronized worldwide. Some teachers use technology to teach concepts to the college learners, visual aids, online platforms, videos, etc. Do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Okay, nakakamiss, sir, ang masayang klase sa Elite. Hello, Ma'am Riza! Ma'am Riza, my love. I missed you. Okay, so let's take a look at this one, okay? Before we even write, okay? What I always tell my students is you should outline first. Believe me, guys, when I tell you that the best students, okay, or the students who got a 9.0 when it comes to their writing, they were able to finish their writing within 20 minutes. Okay, sir, bakit? 20 minutes silang nagsulat. Matalino ba sila? No, they're not. Okay, believe me. They systematically arrange their ideas first so that later on, okay, when they're already writing the essay, tuloy-tuloy na lang sila. They don't need to, what do you call this? They don't need to stop and think anymore and then stop and fathom their decisions, no? So outlining is pretty much imperative, okay? So when we are outlining, guys, I would want you to look for the following, okay? You have the general topic first of the question, okay? And then the subtopic of the question, okay? And then you're going to look at the instruction. And of course, your stand. Okay? Ano ba ang stand mo sa tanong na ito? Okay? So you have your general topic, also known as the keyword of the question, the subtopic or the micro keyword, and the instruction itself. What's the instruction of the question? As well as, of course, the stand. Okay. I'll give you an idea about the general topic. Okay? Usually, guys, in general topic, nakikita po yan sa unahan ng sentence ng tanong. So what do you think is what do you think is what do you call this? What do you think is the general topic here? Okay, come on, guys. What do you think is the general topic here? Okay, it is the frequent use of technology. Okay, the frequent use of technology. Very good. Okay, so this is the frequent utilization of technological advancements. Okay, there you go. Okay, that's our general topic. Okay, what's the subtopic? Okay, the subtopic, guys, is it's always on the third person view. Okay, it's always on the third person view. Some people think, others believe, some say that. Okay, so what is the micro keyword here? Okay, so this is some teachers use technology to teach concepts to college learners, like visual aids, online platforms, videos, and etc. Okay, so we would need to paraphrase this one. Okay, so some educators, okay, some educators, okay, give me a synonym for utilize, use. Okay, what's the keyword? What's the synonym for? Okay, you can actually say make use of, okay? Some educators make use of technology, okay, to teach concepts to the college students, okay? To college students, okay? Remove the word the, okay? College students, okay, sir? Do I need to include pa yung visual aids, online platforms, videos, etc. on my micro keyword? The good news about this one, mga anak, is that you don't need to include it anymore. Okay, you don't need to include that anymore because it is just for you, for us test takers to understand if what type of technology is being suggested by the question, no? Kung anong uri ng technology ba yung isinasuggest ng question, okay? So you don't need to write down like visual aids, online platforms, videos, etc. Yung iba, umaabot pa sa point na kinokopya nila yung etc. Okay? So don't do that. All right. So what's the instruction of the question, okay? The instruction of the question, guys, is advantage outweigh. Pakilagay lang po, advantage outweigh. Okay, sir, I have a question, Sir Joseph. Why do I need to write down the instruction, okay? For you not to forget it while you're writing, okay? For you not to forget it while you are writing. Because believe me when I tell you that there is one format na kamukhang kamuka ng advantage outweigh, pero magkaiba sila. Yeah, there is one format, okay, that nakamukhang kamukha ng advantage outweigh format pero magkaiba sila. Do you want to make a guess? Okay, kung anong format yung tinutukoy ni Mama D? Okay? Anong format yon? It is to what extent do you agree or disagree? Okay? To what extent? Sir Joseph, akala ko to what extent ano lang whole kidneyly, whole liverly, wholeheartedly agree or disagree? No, actually it's a completely different thing. Okay? So yeah, for you to remember that this is an advantage outweigh format, you need to write the instruction right there. Very good, Mary Ann. Okay, so now let's choose. Okay, do we believe that there are more advantages to this one or more disadvantages? Guys, more advantages ba tayo dito or more disadvantages? Okay, come on. Now, I want to know the stand of my students. Okay, majority wins tayo dito. Okay, so vote now. Okay, cast your votes now. Do you believe that this topic has more advantages or more disadvantages? Sunny days sweeping up clouds. Charing. Okay, more disadvantages, more advantages, more advantages, more advantages, more disadvantages, more advantages, more advantages. Okay, ano pa? More advantages, okay, more advantages. Okay, so majority wins, guys, okay? Sir, kung ikaw ang tatanungin, anong gagamitin mo dyan? Ako siguro kung ako tatanungin nyo, lalagay ko more disadvantages. Maiba lang, di ba? Maiba lang. I would be writing down more disadvantages. The first disadvantage of utilizing too much technology is that you are encouraging dependency with the students, okay, and indolence. The second one is that the teacher could actually become limited, okay, with the things that they actually teach, di ba? More disadvantages. Kung akong tatanungin, di ba? Majority wins. O, di more advantages. Oo, di ba? Okay, so let's go for more advantages. Okay, mga anak, there are more advantages, okay? More advantages in I'm your student also, sabi ni Zen. Hi, Ate Zen! Okay, guys, so since there are more advantages here, okay? So let's now make an argument about this one, okay? Let's go to our body paragraph 1, okay, or argument 1. Okay, which is a disadvantage, okay? And then argument 2, okay, that is an advantage. The first advantage of using technology with teaching the children or the college students, okay? And then argument 3, guys, is advantage 2, okay? So what's a disadvantage when students or when teachers utilize technology, okay, to teach their children? There would be lack of interest, okay? What else? Okay, it could encourage dependency, okay? It could encourage indolence and dependency, okay? Or dependence, there you go, right? They could actually depend too much on technology that they're no longer going to be surviving without technology, di ba? Like research, di ba? Imbis na going to a library and finding an appropriate clause, okay, of a book that they could use as a research material, what they're going to do is they're just going to be searching it on the internet, and that's not good, especially when you are learning in college, di ba? Nung mga college tayo, hello, na-encounter nyo yan, di ba? O group 4, makita kita daw sa library, magre-research daw tayo. 'Di ba? Tapos pagdating sa library, bibili ng sago at gulaman sa baba, tapos iinumin muna bago pumasok ng library kasi bawal ang drinks doon, tapos masusut-sutan ng librarian kasi nga nagchichikahan, 'di ba? Tapos paglabas ng library, bit-bit yung libro, ipapaserox yung 400 pages. Bet nyo 'yon. Sinong nakaka-relate doon? Yung bibili ng gulaman. Bibili ka ng gulaman sa labas ng library. Tapos, pipilitin mo ubusin agad, di ba? Kasi nga, bawal ang drinks sa library. Sabi ni Serenity, bakit alam mo, Sir? Kasi ganyan ako nung college. Pag sinabi ng groupmates ko, oh, Joseph, bilisan mo. Kailangan natin mag-research. Tara na sa library. Lagi akong uhaw. Bibili mo na akong gulaman. Tapos magpasok na yan, ay, bawal ang drinks. Uubusin mo yung gulaman, di ba? Sayang. 10 piso din yon, no? Hi, college days. Nakakamiss. All right. So that's our disadvantage. Diba? It could encourage indolence and dependency. Okay. What about the advantage? Okay. What's the advantage of using technology to teach concepts to the children? Okay. What do you think is the advantage of this one? Totoo yan. Ako din pa, pag na-late pupunta kasi nilalaklak ang drinks. Diba? Sayang kasi. Gulaman talaga. Tapos yung kulay ng gulaman, green o kaya red. Pasko. Okay. So what's the advantage of this one, guys? Okay. Nasa mood ka na naman, maamati. Ano naman nasinghot mo? Katol. O, di ba si Ate Zenden relate? Okay. So the advantage of this one, guys, is that, yeah, okay, it could actually bring about accessible information, okay? Accessible information not just for the teachers, but as well as, of course, for the learners, di ba? Accessible information. Okay. Or you could actually say ease of access with information. Okay, so information is readily available, diba? Information is readily available, okay? It could actually enhance curiosity to learn, okay, by catching the interest of the students, right? It's pretty much interesting, diba? Okay, so basically, guys, no, it encourages curiosity, to learn by catching the attention of the students. Okay, there you go. All right, so these are now the arguments that we're going to be using later on for the body of our work here on this particular item type. Okay, so do you surmise, do you concur that we're ready to write at this point? Right? It attracts the students' attentions and they become attentive if there are visual presentations. Oo. Ako nung college, kasi I was batch 2010. Okay, I was nursing batch 2010. So during our time, hindi pa ganun ka widely used well, there's internet, but it's not as accessible as the internet now. Diba? Dati sa amin may internet, pero pag naka-Blackberry ka lang, ganyan, tsaka ka magkaka-internet. Or kung magsa-search ka, pupunta ka sa library or sa computer shops. Diba? Tapos ang ending, imbis na nagre-research ka, bagong labas ang Facebook nun. Ikaw naman, nagpe-Facebook ka. O kaya, kino-customize mo yung Friendster mo. Diba? Yung pag ikinlik ng tao yung profile ng Friendster, may tumutugtog, may nagbi-blink-blink, diba? Well, welcome to my page. Lahat tayo naging... lahat tayo naging HTML coder nung araw. Ano yun? BlackBerry. Wow, yayaman rin ang mga ganyang po nung college. Ano ka ba, Aiden? Hindi ako yun. Yung kaklase ko, nakiki-BlackBerry lang ako. Nakaano ako noon, yung Panasonic na di-flip, yung di ganon. Yung kulay silver na Panasonic, yung pag ginanon mo, yung nagpi-flip-flip siya. Okay. Diba? Aminin nyo, huwag kayong dyan, di ba, nung panahon natin, effort mong i-edit, lagyan ng mga nagbi-blink-blink yung Friendster mo. Friendster sa computer shop. Tapos may tugtog pa. Yung tugtog, baby, I love you and I'll never let you go. But if I have to, boy, I think that you should know all the love we made can never be erased, and I promise you that she will never be replaced. Diba? Yun yung tugtog. Naku, labayan niyo ako. Ay. Okay, yung tugtog. You're my honey bun, sugar plum, pumpkin, yumkins. You're my sweetie pie. You're my cupcake, gumdrops, sniggums, spriggums, your remix. Diba? Okay. Multiply. Diba? Photo bucket. Yung mga yan. Okay, so the next thing that you have to do now, guys, is for you to write an introduction, okay? So how do we write an introduction, okay? The introduction here is quite simple, okay? The only thing that you would need to do for the intro, guys, is first things first, okay? You're going to be introducing the general topic of the question first, okay? So introduce the general topic of the question, and then you're going to introduce the subtopics, okay, or topic, okay, and then you're going to state your stand, okay, and then after that, guys, you're going to go for your thesis sentence. Okay, sir, ano ba ang thesis sentence? Basically, guys, when you say thesis sentence, ano ba ang ipapakita mo sa body ng work mo? Okay, in this case, we're going to be showing our the weight of the arguments, okay, at the bodies of our work, or the weight of the advantages and disadvantages at the bodies of our work. So that will be our thesis sentence. Okay, so let's write an introduction for this one. What is our general topic? Frequent utilization of technological advancements. Okay, some educators make use of technology to teach concepts to college students. Okay. All right. Nowadays, technological advancements are frequently utilized. Okay. Some educators make use of technology to teach concepts to college students. Okay. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to state your stand. In this case, we believe that there are more advantages to this. Okay. So I surmise that the expedient side of the idea outranked its inimical side. Okay? And then your thesis sentence, due to the justification of the weight of both said, comma, which will be elicited on the ensuing paragraphs. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's read this one. Nowadays, technological advancements are frequently utilized. Some educators make use of technology to teach concepts to college students. I surmise that the expedient sides of the idea outrank its inimical side, due to the justification of the weight of both said, which will be elicited on the ensuing paragraphs. Okay, so look at that, diba? When you're going to be looking at this one, ask yourself, have I introduced the keyword? Check. Have I introduced the general topic? Check. Have I introduced the subtopics? Check. Have I stated my stand? Check. Is there a thesis sentence to this? Check na check. Okay, so you are done with your introduction pa lang. Okay, so for those of you who have attended my class last week, okay, what formula or how are we going to be arranging the body of our work here? Okay, paano natin gagamitin or paano natin i-arrange itong mga ito? Okay. So basically, here's what I would want you to do, okay, to arrange the information. We have formulas at Elite Intellect that we would like to call, and I'm going to be teaching you this simple way of arranging your answer, okay? So basically, what you would need to do is you're going to put your argument first, okay, or your argument sentence, okay? And then you are going to explain, okay, your argument. Okay, you're going to give an example and then you're going to give an outcome or a result. Okay, anong mangyayari kapag ka nasunod, okay, yung argument mo? Okay, what would happen if your argument is actually, there you go, see? My students know formula 1, very good. Okay, so look at that. All right, so argument sentence or your topic sentence, and you're going to explain that, and then you're going to give an example, and then you're going to give an outcome. Okay, that's how we're going to be arranging our work. Okay, so let's take a look at our first argument. Okay, body 1, guys, will be our disadvantage. If I'm not mistaken, this is our disadvantage. Okay, the disadvantage is it could encourage indolence and dependency. Dependence, actually, would be the proper term here kasi indolence yon. Okay. All right, so let's introduce this one, okay? Looking at the drawback first. Utilizing too much innovation may encourage indolence and dependence with the learners. As much as anything, they might rely too much on these materials rather than amassing a conceptual and theoretical way of learning. Okay. And then I'll give an example, okay? I'll give an example for this one. In many universities, students are not, okay, encouraged to rely or to depend too much on technology to ensure systematic learning. Okay? So guys, what will happen? Okay, anong mangyayari kapag ka naging masyadong dependent ang mga estudyante or if they become too indolent, 'di ba? So, if this happens, consequently, there might be stagnation with their education. Okay, look at that. Sir, pwede mong i-itemize? Sure, I will itemize, okay? This one right here is my argument sentence, guys, okay? This one is my argument sentence right here, okay? And then this one right here is my, what do you call this? Explanation for my argument, okay? And then this one right here is my example. Okay, the example is right here in many universities. Okay, and then this one right here is my outcome. Anong mangyayari, no? Yung consequently, okay, this one is the outcome. Okay, so look at that, right? When you arrange your work like this one, you will never get lost, diba? Alam mo kung anong isusulat mong susunod, hindi yung nakaganyan ka, di ba? Nag-iisip ka, ano bang susunod dito? Okay? So, let's read this body paragraph, okay? Looking at the drawback first, utilizing too much innovation may encourage indolence and independence with the learners. As much as anything, they might rely too much on these materials rather than amassing a conceptual and theoretical way of learning. In many universities, students are not encouraged to depend too much on technology to ensure systematic learning. Consequently, there might be stagnation with their education if they focus too much on technology. Okay, there you go. Okay? So look at that. Diba? Body 1 is already over. Diba? Ganun lang kadali. Just make sure to arrange your work like that. Okay? Again, your argument sentence, explain it, give an example for it, and then an outcome. Now, I always get asked this question, Sir Joseph, do I need to write down an example? Okay? Well, I always tell my students, it depends on the length of your work. Kung akong tatanungin nyo, I would suggest for you to write a quick example because it is a supplementing detail. No? When you say supplementing detail, it's a part of your grading criteria with writing that your work is well expanded and supplemented. No? Pero some students, if they have long essays, no, they tend to remove the explanation or the example. Para the example, they tend to remove the example. So it's up to you. If you feel like your work is way too long, then remove the example. Pero kung kaya mo pa namang bigyan ng supplementing detail, why not? It's always an advantage on the exam. Okay? All right. Now, let's go to body paragraph 2. Okay? We are now going to go to the advantages. Okay? So guys, please, wag na wag po nating kakalimutang mag-transition, okay? Kasi some students, ang ilalagay na lang dito, ease of access with information. Yun na yun, di ba? So what are you talking about, di ba? Are you on the advantage side already or are you still on the disadvantage, okay? So make sure that you're going to be transitioning first, okay? So, sir, how can I transition? Okay, look at this one. Just write down, on the basis thereof. Okay, so sir, what is on the basis thereof? Kapareho po yan ng on the other hand, okay? On the basis thereof means on the other hand, okay? On the basis thereof, there are more leverages to this, comma, one of which is the ease of access with information. In other words, learning along with spreading data can be amassed swimmingly by the learners. Okay? So, ano ang mga example nito? Di ba? Educational platforms like emails, Zoom. Well, you need to capitalize that one. Okay, hold on guys. Let me just get my charger. Okay, Zoom and portals or student portals are exemplar to name a few. Okay, so look at that. That's my example. Educational platforms like emails, Zoom, and student portals Okay, student portals are exemplar to name a few. Okay, so guys, what if? Okay, what if? What's the result? Okay, what if it's easier to access information using technology? What is the good outcome of this one? Okay, anong magandang outcome nito? As a corollary, there will be productivity with the learners. Diba? Nagiging mas productive po sila when they utilize technology and if the information is actually easier to access, okay? On the basis thereof, there are more leverages to this, one of which is the ease of access with information. In other words, learning along with spreading data can be amassed swimmingly by the learners. Educational platforms like emails, Zoom, and student portals are exemplar to name a few. As a corollary, there will be productivity with the learners. Diba? Mas nagiging productive sila. Okay, look at that. Diba? You're already done with body 1 and body 2. Sir Joseph, could you please itemize this one again? Okay, let me itemize again. Okay, so this one is my argument sentence along with my transition. Okay, transition and argument. Okay, that's my transition and argument on the basis thereof. Okay, this one is my explanation. Okay, and then this one right here is my example right here. Okay, educational platforms. Okay, this one is my example. Okay, and then the result is right here, or the outcome is right here as a corollary. That is the outcome, guys. Okay, so look at that. Tingnan nyo. Maikli lang po ang body paragraphs sa Ielts, no? You don't need to give your examiners an extremely long work. Okay? Wag po kayo magbibigay ng sobrang habang body paragraph sa examiners niyo because they wouldn't appreciate it. If your work is way too long, there's two things. Number one, you're repeating too much details, or number two, you're saying things that are not related to your topic anymore. Okay, so don't give them extremely long answers. You have to be direct to the point with this one. Okay, all right, guys. So before we move on to body 2 and 3, let me just announce something. Okay, all right, real quick, mabilis lang po. Okay, I have a good news for each and every one of you. Okay, to say thank you for the love and support and to help reach more students who deserve a systematic and effortless review, we are proud to give you here at Elite Intellect. Okay, 50% of our unlimited IELTS review program. Okay, so this is open to 15 slots only. Actually, guys, this is already in preparation for our anniversary because June 3 is the anniversary of Elite Intellect 9 and we are going to be giving the students 50% off, okay, when it comes to their IELTS review programs. Okay, so Sir Joseph, it is the Unlimited IELTS Review, 50% off. It is a review program designed to help you prepare better for the IELTS exam. Unlimited review with no expiration, free materials, books, and writing compilation, live and recorded classes for more flexible schedules, 100 hours of one-on-one speaking and writing coaching, 20 hours of assessment with the master lecturer, myself, okay? And of course, one-on-one sessions on grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. If you believe that you find it quite difficult, okay? Or if you find grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation quite difficult, then of course, this program is for you. It's still unlimited kahit na 50% off po siya. Okay, so sir, since it's 50% off, how much is it? Okay, the IFNG exclusive discount, guys, is 4,000 pesos. Okay, we are giving 4,000 pesos discount for each student who is watching here, who is interested for our program. So instead of paying 7,999, pay only 3,999. That is already unlimited. But not yet. I'm not yet done. If you are a group of enrollees, 3 students and above, okay, you have to assign 1 representative to enroll for your group because you're only going to be paying 3,499 per student. Okay, that's more than 50% off, no? Enroll now, guys, because we are only accepting 15 to 20 students for this batch. Okay, so Sir Joseph, I am interested in availing Elite Intellect's 50% off review. How can I avail it? Just search us on Facebook. That's Elite Intellect 9 or Elite Intellect IELTS Review Center, Cabanatuan City. You may also message us on Facebook, on our WhatsApp. Okay, that's the number of our WhatsApp right there. Okay, or you may click the link that Sir Delo and Mom Genji sent you here, okay, on your group chat. Okay? Dito po sa ating chat box dito sa Zoom, you may click that link right there. And of course, for those of you on Facebook, it's on the comment section. Okay? Sir Kyle Jello Gael and Ma'am Genji Jimenez has sent you the link of Elite Intellect 9. Ipakita nyo lang po, sabihin nyo lang 50% off, okay? That is our promo code, okay? 50% off. There you go, 50% off review. Okay, that is our promo code. Just message Ma'am Tanya right now to reserve a slot for you and your friends for your preparation. I'll see you in class very, very soon, my future Elite Intellect students. Okay, so let's continue. Bongga ha, 50% off yan. Mga anak, naku, Diyos ko, ang laking discount yan, 4,000. Okay, so send a message to our Facebook page right now. Okay, so let's go to body 3. Okay, body 3, guys, is your another advantage. Diba? This is your second advantage. Okay, advantage 2. What is our second advantage, mga anak? The second advantage is it encourages curiosity to learn. Okay, there you go. All right. So this is the second advantage. It encourages curiosity to learn by catching the attention of the students. All right, so let's go. All right, so sir, if you transitioned earlier, how are you going to be writing down the next argument? Okay, basically, I'm going to be connecting it to my body 2 by writing down similarly. Mga anak, wag furthermore po ha. I am so sorry. Furthermore po kasi is used in the middle of paragraphs, not in the beginning. Kasi kapag ka furthermore agad lang nilagay mo dyan, magiging incomplete na yung phrase mo. Okay, magiging dependent clause na siya. Okay, so similarly, okay, technology can also encourage curiosity to learn by catching the attention of the students. It is a known fact that technology uses lurid features to ensure that people are engaged. There you go. Okay. So what are good examples of this one? Okay. Very good example for this one are, what do you call this? Visuals. Okay. Videos, diba? High quality or high definition visuals and animation are all exemplar to this. Okay. So, what's the outcome, guys? Okay, ano ang mangyayari kapag ka na-catch natin ang attention ng students? Okay, what will happen if we have caught the attention or if we caught the attention of the students? Okay, what will happen? Okay, what will happen if we caught the attention of the students and they are curious to learn? Diba? Then, as an outcome, students may become adroit with their chosen fields, diba? If they're interested to learn or to study, then they become adroit, diba? They become versed. They become, what do you call this, knowledgeable when it comes to their chosen fields, okay? So look at this one. Similarly, technology can also encourage curiosity to learn by catching the attention of the students. It is a known fact that technology uses lurid features to ensure that people are engaged. High-definition visuals and animations are all exemplar to this. As an outcome, students may become adroit with their chosen fields. Diba? Kasi nga they're interested to learn. So they are going to be knowledgeable with their chosen fields. Okay, so that's body 1, 2, and 3. Okay? All right, so what's next? Okay, so what's the other one? Okay, okay, hold on, guys. Asan na yun? Asan na ako? Nawala ako. Okay, hold on. All right, there you go. Okay, so next one, guys, is Okay, conclusion. Okay, mga anak, please po, pag gumagawa, okay, let me tell you the T, okay? Guys, when you're making a conclusion for your work, please po, wag kung ano-anong ginagawa natin, okay? The conclusion is essentially shorter than your intro, okay? It is essentially shorter than your introductory paragraphs, okay? Hindi po pwede, guys, na mas mahaba yung inyong conclusion kumpara sa introduction, okay? Because if your conclusion is longer than your intro, then of course it's not going to work, okay? Your examiners are already tired at this point, okay? And you don't have to say a lot of things on the conclusion anymore because that's a way for you to end it or to end. It's just a way for you to end, okay? Your work right there, okay? So, Sir Joseph, how do you make a conclusion? Okay, here. There's no uniform way to make a conclusion. Believe me, okay? It's quite unique, okay, on how the students would manage their conclusion, okay? So for the conclusion, guys, the first thing that I do is I actually generalize, okay? Sasabihin ko lang na meron ako mga pinakita ko yung timbang ng advantage at disadvantage sa body ng work ko, okay? And then after generalizing, I'm just going to restate my stand. Okay, and then you may choose to suggest, you may predict if you would want to, or you could give them a logical line or a logical point. Okay, sir, what's the purpose of the last one? This is to ensure that you are closing your work in a memorable way. Okay, memorable way na matatandaan, maglilinger yung thought ng writing mo sa examiner. Okay, all right, so let's generalize first. Okay, as an inference. Instead of in conclusion, this essay has shown the weight of both the merits and of both the edges and inimical sides of the idea, along with my notion that there are more leverages to the set. Okay, we can actually, we can actually recommend, okay? It is better recommended for educators to use, okay, the features of technology to help with education. Okay, there we go. Okay, grabe yung vocals, mama. Di sana all, ano lang yan, anak. May sapi lang ako. Hindi ako yan. Okay, so as an inference, this essay has shown the weight of both the edges and inimical sides of the idea, along with my notion that there are more leverages to the set. It is better recommended for educators to use the features of technology well to help with education. Okay, so tapos ka na ba? Hindi pa. You are not yet done. The next thing that you have to do now is for you to proofread your work. Okay? I couldn't express how proofreading is very much imperative when it comes to your exam, mga anak, no? Kasi dito natin nahuhuli yung mga mali natin sa grammar, sa proofreading din po natin nahuhuli yung mga kulang natin sa punctuations, mali natin sa spelling, yung mga, or kung meron tayong mga nauulit na salita, sa proofreading po yan. That's why I always tell my students to leave approximately 5 minutes, okay, of your time at the end for you to proofread. Okay, let's proofread. Nowadays, technological advancements are frequently utilized. Some educators make use of technology to teach concepts to college students. I surmise that the expedient sides of the idea outrank its inimical side, due to the justification of the weight of both said, which will be elicited on the ensuing paragraphs. Looking at the drawback first, utilizing too much innovation may encourage indolence and dependence with the learners. As much as anything, they might rely too much on these materials rather than amassing a conceptual and theoretical way of learning. In many universities, students are not encouraged to depend too much on technology to ensure systematic learning. Consequently, there might be stagnation with their education if they focus too much on technology. On the basis thereof, there are more leverages to this, one of which is the ease of access with information. In other words, learning along with spreading data can be amassed swimmingly by the learners. Educational platforms like email, Zoom, and student portals are exemplar to name a few. As a corollary, there will be productivity with the learners. Similarly, technology can also encourage curiosity to learn by catching the attention of the students. It is a known fact that technology uses lurid features to ensure that people are engaged. High-definition visuals and animations are all exemplar to this. As an outcome, students may become adroit with their chosen fields. As an inference, this essay has shown the weight of both the edges and inimical sides of the idea, along with my notion that there are more leverages to the set. It is better recommended for educators to use the features of technology well to help with education. That is the end of section 4. You now have half a minute to slap your seatmate. Charing. Okay, so look at that, guys. No, when you are writing an advantage outweigh essay, know that it's actually easy for you to do it. Okay? Madali lang po ang advantage outweigh essay, mga anak. You just have to show the advantages and disadvantages. Choose first, okay? Pili ka muna. Ano bang mas marami sa topic na to? Mas marami bang advantage to o mas marami ba itong disadvantage? And then you write introduction, body 1, body 2, body 3, and of course, the conclusion. Ahay! Inay! Mama Di, alam mo, naiintindihan ko talaga. Nung itinuro mo sa akin yan, naintindihan ko. Super! Kaya lang, bakit ganun? Pag ako na gumagawa, parang iba na. Charing lang. No? Mga anak, kailangan nyo lang masanay, okay? The best way to practice your learning for tonight is after this live discussion here at IFNG, go and get a piece of paper. Kuha ka ng papel. Humanap ka ng advantage outweigh questions sa online, sa Google, napakadami. And then, you write, okay? Apply mo yung natutunan mo agad-agad ngayong gabi. Okay? Alright, guys. So, okay, there is a blessing. Okay, so in all toil there is profit, but mere talk tends only to poverty. That is from the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 23. So anong ibig sabihin yan? When you are working hard, okay, for your goals and for the things that you would actually want in your life, then there is always profit on it. But then again, if you're just like talking about your goals, di ba? Gusto ko maging ganito, gusto ko makapasa ng IELTS without work, di ba? Then it will lead to poverty. Okay, so that is from the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 23. Okay, guys, quickly let us pray for the people who has attended our lecture for tonight. Ano to? Thank you, Mama D. Big help. Oh, you're welcome, Aiden, anak. Okay? Heavenly Father, would like to thank you, Lord God, for another opportunity to spread your word to the students of IFNG, as well as, of course, to help them on their IELTS preparation. Father, I am praying for the admins of IFNG. Lord, they are helping a lot of students when it comes to their preparation. Lord, give them what they need, Father. Guide them and bless them and protect them always. Father, I am praying for this one, the student who is listening to this lecture, who is listening to my voice right now. Father, you know the will of their hearts. You know why they need this examination, Father. It's not just for them. It's for them. It's not just for them to improve their lives, but it's for them to glorify your name, Father, so that when they go to their target countries and they become successful, people will see that you have been good in their lives. Father, thank you so much for the people that you have led towards the way of Elite Intellect 9 for today. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen, guys. Okay. So guys, no, if you would want to avail our 50% off, okay, for our review program, okay? So guys, 50% off for our unlimited review program here at Elite Intellect 9, okay? So that's instead of paying $7,999, pay only $3,999 for unlimited review. And if you are a group of 3 and above, you're only going to be paying $3,499 per student, okay? So send a message on our Facebook page right now and use the code 50% off or 50% review off. Yung mga ganyan, okay? Send a message to Ma'am Tanya. We will be accepting 15 or 20 students for this program. You may see the link of it on the chat box of your Zoom and of course on the comment section of our, on the comment section of our Facebook Live. Okay, so you're welcome, everyone. Next week, I will be teaching you more writing formats here at IFNG. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Marilyn. Thank you, Mama. Did the best talaga sa essay. Thank you, thank you. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Okay, so before I send this back to our beloved admin, Sir Jeff, in behalf of the staff of Elite Intellect 9 IELTS Review Center, Philippines, this is your Mama Dragon sending my love to you from the Philippines. I'll see you guys next Friday, 9 p.m. PHT, live again here at IFNG. I love you all, guys. Have a great day, everyone. Mwah! God bless you all. Sir Jeff, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, IFNG team. And on behalf of IFNG team, thank you so much. Okay, and see you again next week. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye, Sir Jeff. God bless. Bye-bye.